Welcome everybody back to the Teabag Party. Grab your coffee, your hot chocolate, your tea, whatever beverage of choice, and get cozy, because I want to talk a bit about making a YouTube channel, because I can imagine a lot of people have tried it and likely failed, and it is difficult because there's algorithms that you want to appease, but also there's a lot of like fears. Hey, what's up, Mido? How's it going? Whoa, yeah, I know I look like one of you, but I'm taller. Is that not the right song? I'm very confused. Oh, okay, so to talk to him again. Alright, anyway, so I've been in this process of making a YouTube channel for a while, and what we've been making is basically just Let's Plays with podcasts and some commentary, and I do these videos where I just chat about something that's on my mind. But over the past, year, I've been slowly piecing together assets to create a video essay style channel using like one of those cartoon characters. I believe they're generally referred to like storytime animators. It's kind of like that, but more video game essay based. Kind of inspired by people like Noodle or the old Ego Raptor videos. But I kind of want to talk about before you even get to that part, because a lot of people don't even get that far, or they try it once or twice and they realize it's a lot of work. Because it is. Hi, Nappy. Yeah. But it's just fascinating because I've been kind of in the pits of it right now, knowing that there's never going to be a day where I feel ready to do that. It's kind of nerve-wracking because you really, you look up to these kind of YouTubers, content creator people. Oh, come on. For most of my life, I guess, I've looked up to them, and then I have all the toys and tools to make it happen myself, but ultimately, because it's so difficult to like sit down behind a microphone and like actually do voiceovers, that's kind of what this channel was. A kind of a gateway drug for me to be able to attempt sitting behind a microphone and actually doing the thing. Hi, mister. Okay. But also, there's a lot of fears and worries that you have going into this type of content creation. Is, it's as simple as, do I even have the right voice for it, or will people hate my voice, or should I show my face? Oh, what? All these different things, and what if people hate your face? What if they think you're ugly or something, or what if your voice sucks? There's so many different like what ifs and worries that you can have, and you are putting something more than skin deep on the internet. You are putting your ideas and your thoughts and your way of speaking, even just your mannerisms, like something like that is a little strange, especially since, I've heard, because I work a little bit in the video industry, the movie industry, and there's a concern with a lot of producers, even like if you sound too different because you're Canadian, which like Canadians don't sound much different than Americans, at least I don't think we do. So it's a little bit strange, but so even going online, if you sound drastically different, and something I always remind myself with this is, there was an old YouTuber, I won't say who he is, just because I'm about to make fun of his voice. But also, yeah, I guess that's kind of part of it. I've had times where I listen to a YouTuber and I go, man, this guy's voice is really hard to listen to. And I don't want to be that guy, but maybe I will be. But also then there's times, like PewDiePie, for example, who's got a Swedish accent. But like, I love his voice, even though it's very different than mine. And I just try and remember, like, to anyone out there who's listening, whoever wants to try and start their own YouTube channel, your unique voice might actually be something good for your like brand or to set you apart. And I'm hoping that's the case for me, because I'm not sure if I have a great voice. But it is what it is. But that's only just the first step. A lot of people don't realize that making a YouTube video is so much more than playing a video game and sitting behind a microphone. Even though that's exactly what I'm doing right now. But no, so like with other video essay type content, or anything more than just a Let's Play, there is, you gotta write a script, which means you're sitting down behind a computer for hours, just writing. And then if you want it to be good, you're probably gonna revamp that same script like 3 or 4 times, at least. And then maybe you want to run it by a few people first to like figure out like how this comes off. Because maybe sometimes you'll write a script that's like really kind of aggressive or insensitive to like a certain player base. I can kind of touch a bit on that right now because I'm working on a script for a Minecraft video. And that's a very massive community of people who I would rather not piss off, but I still want to be honest about my critiques of Minecraft. And that's just the writing aspect, because there's also going to be times where you accidentally write something that's actually pretty good, but you only spent like an hour on it. I've done a couple scripts that I'm really happy with that have only taken me less than 2 hours. Meanwhile, there's other scripts that I've worked on that have taken me weeks that I am finally happy with them. So it's really learning to trust yourself, but also I haven't actually released those videos yet. So for all I know, the final product is going to be garbage. And I'm not ready for that, and I'm never going to be ready for that. I'm not prepared to post a video that I put 40 hours or 50 hours or 100 hours into just to have 5 people watch it and go, this sucks. Like, that's a really demotivating and not so encouraging way to move forward with any kind of video creation. Come on, dude. Come here. It's kind of difficult to talk while I'm fighting these guys. That's another thing, though. Even when you're doing a Let's Play channel, is how difficult it is to actually say something funny or entertaining at all while playing a video game. I don't really watch much Let's Plays, but the ones I do, there's usually more than one person behind the camera or behind off screen. So they can kind of bounce off of each other. And if one person's focused playing, then the other person can talk. Which is something I do with my buddy Will on this channel most of the time. But then there's some times where I take a crack at doing it alone like this, and I'm just like, oh, it's actually terrifying. Like, this is hard. I honestly couldn't really recommend it to anybody. And actually, I think there's a fairy in that bottle, and I've already got a fairy, so I'm desperate later, I can grab it. And also, touching on the era or the genre of Let's Plays, I saw a video recently. I just saw like the thumbnail. I haven't actually watched it because I was too busy. But the idea that what happens if like Let's Plays are kind of dead. No, that's the wrong one. Am I retarded? That is Song of Time. Write a down. Oh, okay. I've been playing this game my whole life. But yeah, I don't think there's much staying power anymore with Let's Play videos like this one, or... I'm sorry. Dying over here. I just choked on my tea. But I think the Let's Play market is so saturated, and it is kind of longer form content, which involves people having an attention span, which I just don't think a lot of people do anymore. Like, do you ever find yourself playing a video game, and then during a loading screen you check your phone? Isn't it just the worst? Like, I hate that so much. And studies are coming out. I saw one recently about how video games are actually better for your brain than, like, your phone or watching TV. Which isn't super surprising because you're actually doing something. You're solving puzzles, you're doing teamwork stuff, you're at least engaging yourself in a story that you're active in. But then you know, like sitting on your phone is like dopamine crack. Whereas at least a video game, you have to kind of earn it. It's not just like scroll, scroll, scroll. And I'm happy to say that I'm actually completely off of social media, except for Reddit, unfortunately, which is something I gotta quit. But it's kind of hard because I also get video game news through social media, in this case just Reddit. But and I want to stay up to date with these things, but more and more I kind of don't even care. You know, when I was a teenager, it was like, oh, I want to know all the latest news about video games as it happens. You know, I want to be able to predict what games I'll be buying and playing this year or next year. I want to know all the leaks because I'm so excited about the new Zelda game coming out or the new Call of Duty or whatever. And these days, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to wait until I buy it, and then I'll find out then. I don't need to know ahead of time. And, you know, if it's bad, you know, these days I just wait for actual reviews from players on if a game's any good or not, because I don't really trust critics, and I don't trust, obviously, the company who's advertising it as like, oh, this is the biggest, best new Battlefield game. Oh man, I could do a whole fucking video on Battlefield 6. It's so... ugh. But I'll try and keep this one just about making YouTube channels, which I've kind of already went off the beaten path with. But anyway, so... yeah, so making YouTube channels, basically, long story short, it's hard. But I also recommend it. I've seen a lot of the small YouTube channels pop up recently, and they're actually pretty good, even though they're clearly roughly made someone who's inexperienced. Go away, Skull, leave me alone. But I really enjoy that, because in a world of AI and corporate, you know, these big corporations who are making channels, or like whatever, like even like late night shows that are uploading their content to YouTube. Yeah, I know how to play the game, Abby, thank you. It's just really refreshing to see young, rough work on YouTube again, because it's not really something that gets promoted a whole lot. And I like that. And I think that that makes it a better time for you, or whoever out there wants to make a YouTube channel. This is a good time to do it. Because I think there's going to be so much AI slop, and people are so hell-bent on things being perfect, that they don't even make something like kind of from the heart anymore. It's not made for a niche. It's made to cater to as many people as possible, and to hit different algorithm notes, but it all feels so flat and uninteresting and boring whenever you do this. It's like, I don't want to watch that crap. I don't know anyone who really does. The issue is that the algorithms these days, we're not searching the internet anymore. You know, remember back in the day, you'd see like the old books of like a guy like on a surfboard, and he's surfing the web. Oh, it's so cool. And then it's usually a book about like internet safety or something. That's not the right way, Tanner. Well, I don't find anymore that we aren't surfing the internet. We're not like explorers going to different URLs and discovering different things. No, we go to the same like 3 or 4 websites, and the algorithm pushes stuff on us, and we swipe away when we don't like it. But ultimately, it's the one deciding what we see. It's shoving things down our throats. We're not pioneer adventurers anymore. We're guests at Disneyland. Like, it's not the same as it was before. And it's for the worse, because it's not good for us, like, mentally. It's not good for our brain to just, like, be stagnant and sit there and have things shoved on us. But also, we don't actually get to choose much of what we see as much as we realize. Heck, even on YouTube, if you go and you just look up something, say you look up, like, I don't know, like, new Battlefield gameplay or whatever, the first, like, 5 to 10 videos will probably be that, and then after that, it just starts recommending random crap that, like, I guess it thinks you'll like, but even so, from my experience, it's so far off, it's so bad. I don't quite understand the nonsense, but whatever. Anyway, let's just beat up a couple of these these skeleton boys here, and then we'll call it a day for this video. What are your takeaways? Make a YouTube video or a channel because it's cool and fun. It's hard because you're going to be judged on every little thing by people on the internet who are not known to be very forgiving. And be prepared that if you want to make consistent content that will actually appease the algorithm, that it's going to be a lot of work that you have to do consistently. And you probably already have a lot of work to do because you probably have dishes to do. You've probably got to go to work in the morning for like 8 hours or more. Come here, Mr. Skeleton. Oh, one down. Oh, chugging the frame rate. Let's go. Oh, also, one thing I did discover from this channel, this is actually pretty helpful information, I think. Some people don't usually think about this. But, when you're making a video, let's say, for example, it's a Let's Play video like this one, and people only watch the first, like, 2 or 3 minutes and go, eh, this guy sucks, and they move on. Even if you have 1,000 views, that's actually bad, because it shows that your retention for your viewers is low, and therefore it's not going to recommend it as often. And even if it does, it's not going to be worth, let's say you actually eventually go gold or whatever it's called, and you can, like, get money for your videos, it won't matter because the videos don't hold the audience long enough to show ads. So it's also bad for that. So, just a fun thing to keep in mind, that even if you succeed by numbers of views, you might not be succeeding by retention, and that's arguably more important. So, yeah, those are my final notes, and I hope this video was vaguely whatever, and I hope that you enjoyed your coffee, or tea, or hot chocolate, or whatever you were drinking. Love you, bye!